For the past 2 years, Shane Warne has been grabbing the international cricketing headlines. It's been so rare for a leg spinner to dominate Test cricket. Or is it? Until this season, not many people seem to have heard of Anil Kumble, and yet the Indian leg spinner has a Test record virtually as impressive as Shane Warne.
Well, he did anticipate that. We'll have to see if it carried to him or no, but that certainly was off the bat here. Bounce, extra bounce for Kumble, and Jadeja just not able to get his hands under the ball.
Curiously, Kumble is just 3 months younger than Warne, and his Coopers and Librat rating show him only fractionally behind. So is he disappointed by his relative lack of recognition?
Not really. I mean, like I've always said that, both of us are totally two different bowlers. So I'm happy with what I am, and as long as I'm, as long as I help the team to be successful, and as long as India keeps winning, and as long as I'm performing, that keeps me happy. Australia play mostly about 12 or 13 test matches a year, whereas we play about 6 or 7. So I think that's the thing. So I played only 20 test matches in 5 years, and he must have played about, I think, 35 or 40, I think, in last 3.5 years. So I think that's the difference.
Although both are leg spinners, Kumble is very different in technique to Warne, bowling the ball with less loop but much more fizz, a style not dissimilar to another great Indian leg spinner, Chandrasekhar.
I started off as a medium pacer when I first picked up a cricket ball, and then I shifted because my brother just asked me to just try leg spin, so I just tried it, and then within 2 months I was playing for the under-15 side, state side. So from then on I didn't really want to change back. I've always admired Chandrasekhar and the 4 great spinners of India, Prasanna, Bedi and Venkat. But I haven't had a chance to watch Chandra in a match, but, mostly a couple of video clippings that I watched, and he was one of the selectors. When I first came into the Karnataka squad, he used to come regularly to the nets and, give a few tips and watch me bowl, and would just, if in case I had to ask something, then I used to go to him and just ask, what's happening, is everything all right, and,
Clearly quite a lot was, and Kumble made his debut against England at age just 19.
89-90 was the series that I represented first-class cricket for Karnataka. 89 I made my debut, and in 1990 I was playing for India. So it all happened very quickly, and I think I was very fortunate, or I should say lucky, to, for things to happen so quickly. And then I was on the tour to England in 1990, so that was a very good education for me.
He came into the side after missing out on the Lord's Test match.
Yes, luckily for me, I think, I don't know. I was watching from the balcony, Gucci getting 100. I played in the second Test match.
And claimed his first wicket at Old Trafford, ironically that of his future captain, Alan Lamb. However, it was a series dominated by batsmen, and frankly no one was predicting at this stage that he would be a world-class bowler. Indeed, he didn't get into the side against Sri Lanka later that year, or in the 4-0 drubbing by Australia in 91-2. He was recalled for the tour to South Africa in 1992-3, and then contributed significantly to England's disastrous tour of India early in 93. His 21 wickets in just 3 tests at an average of 19 led to an unprecedented 3-0 triumph for the home side and established Kumble as a pivotal member of that team. The international cricket calendar is a curious animal, and Kumble will have looked forward to the visit of the West Indies last year with particular anticipation, as it was his first opportunity to pit his skills against any of the top-ranked cricketing nations, Australia, Pakistan or the West Indies. Kumble wrapped up the tale in the visitors' first innings at Bombay, which helped to give India a 1-0 lead in the series. 74 overs at Nagpur yielded 6 wickets in total, but could not force a decisive victory.
90 partnership. No, yes, a couple are asking. In fact, he is gone. He's walking. Wasn't even given.
Although he enjoyed an entertaining maiden Test 50.
Oh, well, that's a most handsome stroke there by Kumble. That's 4 runs of the very best. Kumble to Williams. Big appeal, he's out, he's gone. It hastened through. Williams appears not to like it.
The big appeal for LBW is gone. He didn't get far forward, tended to get caught on the crease, Junior Murray. And a loud appeal here.
Kumble's 13 wickets and an average of 31 were a somewhat inconclusive final analysis, and a season in county cricket would be an interesting test, and one he was keen to experience.
When he was playing for Derbyshire, I just asked Azza if he could put in a word with somebody, so that I always wanted to play county cricket, and then it just came about, you know, like he spoke to Lammy, and he just put in a word saying I was interested.
I always believe if you get an overseas player, he's got to be of top quality. It's got to be Ambrose or something like that. And we tried Shane Warne. We decided to go for spin. We didn't really have any spinners, and I just thought 4-day cricket, you've got a good spinner, then you're going to be, you know, somewhere there in the championship. And that's why we went for Kumble. I had a word with Azharuddin. He said that he'll be a great signing. He just said make sure you've got a good short leg and bat pad and on the offside, and a lot of catches are going to go there, and he's proved right.
In April, May, it was really cold and the wickets were a bit wet, and you know, it helped the seamers. And as the summer got better, and it's been really good last 2 months, it's been very warm and the wickets became very dry, so I think that helped a lot.
He's been fantastic, really. He's a lovely chap, which helps. It's always difficult when someone comes for a first year at any club, really, to fit in. It's difficult for them. He's only 24, so it's not easy for him by any stretch of the imagination, but he's a lovely chap and he's really fitted in well.
It's been a great bunch of guys in the North Hands, with Lammy and Kevin, Karan, Capes, Rob Bailey, and the rest of the guys, so it's been great. So I'll be enjoying. I've had a very enjoyable time.
He's been brilliant. I mean, you know, he just keeps picking up fifer for us, and he's been bowling a lot of overs. And I said, I hope you're not doing anything this winter. He said, no, he's got New Zealand touring, so hopefully they'll rest him up when he gets back to India. But he's been brilliant for us, and he's a great competitor and a great team man. One of the great things for us that our overseas player hasn't been someone who the opposition batsman can see off. When you play against Ambrose or Walsh or Marshall or whatever quick bowlers you've got, one of the jobs of opening batsmen and whoever's facing them at the time is just to see them off. But with our guy, you can't do that because he can bowl 15, 20, perhaps even more overs on the trot, so he's always coming in at you all the time. And that's been one of our strengths, really. We've got our trump card, and he's been bowling all the time for us.
Lammy, when I first came, he said get ready for 1,000 overs, so I think I'm very close to that.
His record this season is really very good indeed, and yet there are still those that argue that he doesn't have enough variety, that he doesn't turn the ball enough to be a truly potent force at international level. Northamptonshire will disagree.
We've seen a lot of the best players get unstuck, and also batsmen who have got 50 runs, 60 runs and so on, they've also come unstuck. I think he's a type of bowler you never really feel in against. And whenever he's bowling, when you're in the field, we've had catches 2 or 3 close by waiting to snap off anything that's going. You always feel like something's going to happen, and more often than not it has done.